In the bustling streets of Lagos, where the horns of downfall sound louder than thoughts, a single mother named Ireti lived in the shadow of sacrifice unseen. Her story is one of resilience, love, and choices that will shake the very foundation of her world. Hi, my wonderful viewers. Welcome back again to Joycey African Folktale. Join me as we explore the magical world of African folktale, where legends come alive, wisdom shines through, and every story has a special meaning. Let's get started. Ireti was known in her Ajegunle neighborhood for her warm smile and tireless energy. Despite her major earning from selling akara by the roadside, she poured her heart into raising her son, Toby, who had dreams as big as the city. Toby was her pride, her purpose at just 15. He was a brilliant boy with a knack for science. "Mommy, I will become an engineer and build the best roads in Lagos," he would often say, and Ireti would laugh, her heart swelling with hope. But dreams in Lagos came with a price, and for Ireti, the cost of Toby's dream would soon test the depth of her love. One fateful evening, Ireti returned home to find Toby sitting on their wooden bench, a cramp letter in his hand. His face was a mix of joy and fear. "Mommy, I passed the scholarship exam," he shouted. "They want me to attend one of the best schools in Lagos." Ireti's joy was immediate. She hugged him tightly, her tears soaking his shirt. But as Toby handed her the letter, she saw the list of requirements: school fees, uniforms, textbooks, a sum far beyond her reach. That night, as the generator hummed faintly in the background, Ireti lay awake, her mind raced with thoughts. How could she find the money? The next morning, she walked to her friend Auntie Risi's shop. Auntie Risi was known for her business connection. "Risi, I need your help," Ireti began, her voice trembling. Risi looked up from her ledger. "Ireti, what is it? You know you can tell me anything." Toby got into a big school, but the fees, Ireti's voice broke. "I need money, fast." Risi sighed deeply. "There's someone who can help, but it's not easy money." Ireti leaned in, desperate. "Tell me, I will do anything for Toby." That evening, Risi introduced her to Chief Odulade, a wealthy businessman notorious for his shady dealings. Chief listened as Ireti explained her plight. He stroked his beard, a sly smile creeping across his face. "I can help you," he said, "but everything has a price." Ireti nodded, her resolve unshaken. "What do you want?" Chief leaned forward. "Work for me. Transport some goods for a few weeks. No question asked." Ireti's heart pounded. She had heard rumors about Chief's goods, but she thought of Toby, his dream, his future. She couldn't let him down. "I will do it," she said, her voice steady. The next day, Ireti began her secret work. She transported parcel late at night, avoiding police checkpoints and curious eyes. Each trip filled her with dread, but she kept Toby's smiling face in her mind. "It's for him," she whispered to herself. Weeks turned into months. The money she earned paid Toby's fee and more. He excelled in school, unaware of his mother's sacrifice. But Ireti's luck ran out one night as she drove through the 3rd Million Bridge. The police stopped her. They searched the car and found what she feared the most: illegal substances hidden in the parcels. Ireti was arrested. Her world crumbled as she sat in the police cell, tears streaming down her face. "What will happen to Toby?" she whispered. News of her arrest spread quickly. Risi came to visit her, guilt written all over her face. Ireti didn't know it would end like this. I am so sorry, Risi. Promise me one thing, Ireti said, grabbing her friend's hand. Take care of Toby. Don't let him know the truth. Risi nodded, tears falling. I will. Months passed and Ireti faced trial. The court sentenced her to 5 years in prison. Meanwhile, Toby excelled in school, believing his mother had traveled for business. Risi ensured he lacked nothing. In prison, Ireti found strength among other women with stories of sacrifice and survival. She began to write letters to Toby, pouring her love and lessons into every word. Toby read each letter with pride, never suspecting the truth. Years passed and Ireti's release day finally came. Stepping out of the prison gates, she felt the sun on her face and hope in her heart. She returned to Lagos, her step curious but determined. When she reached their small home, she found Toby waiting, now a young man. Mommy, he shouted, running to embrace her. Ireti held him tightly, tears streaming down her face. You are home, he whispered. Yes, my son, and I will never leave again, she replied. That evening, as they sat together, Toby shared his plan. Mommy, I'm graduating soon. I'll be offered a scholarship to study abroad. Ireti's heart swelled with pride. Her sacrifice had not been in vain. She smiled, knowing that the price of her love had paved the way for his dream. Go, my son, she said. Conquer the world, but never forget where you come from. And with those words, Ireti found peace, her love for Toby shining brighter than the Lagos sun. Toby stared at his mother for a long moment, his eyes glittering. I will never forget, Mommy. You are the reason I've come this far. Life gradually returned to a rhyme for Ireti. She found work at a community center, counseling other women who were struggling to make ends meet. Her story became an inspiration, a reminder that love could overcome even the darkest days. Toby's departure for university was bittersweet. He promised to write often, and true to his word, his letters arrived frequently, each one filled with stories of his new life and his dreams for the future. But Ireti couldn't help but worry. The world was vast, and Toby was young. She prayed each night, asking for his safety and guidance. One evening, years after Toby left, Ireti received an unexpected call. The voice on the other end was deep, unfamiliar. Good evening, ma, the man said. My name is Professor Ade, and I am one of Toby's lecturers. Ireti's heart raised. Is everything alright? Has something happened to my son? No, ma, the professor assured her. Toby is doing exceptionally well. I'm calling because he told me about your sacrifice. It moved me deeply, and I wanted to thank you for raising such an exceptional young man. Ireti felt tears forming as the professor continued. Toby is not just brilliant, he's kind, humble, and determined. He speaks about you with so much love and respect. After the call, Ireti sat in silence, overwhelmed with emotion. The hardship she had endured felt like a distant memory compared to the pride she now felt. Years flew by and Toby graduated at the top of his class. He secured a position with a renowned engineering firm, fulfilling his dream of designing better roads and infrastructure. He returned to Lagos to surprise his mother on a sunny afternoon. Ireti, now older but still vibrant, was at the community center when Toby walked in, dressed sharply and holding a basket of flour. Mommy, he said, his voice steady but full of emotion. "I am home." Ireti turned, her eyes widened with joy. "Toby, my son." They embraced tightly, their bond unshaken by time or distance. Toby knelt before her and handed her an envelope. "What's this?" she asked, opening it curiously. Inside was deed to a new house, a beautiful home in a quiet neighborhood. "Mommy, this is for you. No more struggles. You will live comfortably now." Ireti's hand trembled as she looked at the papers. Tears streamed down her face. "Toby, I don't need all of this. Having you back is enough for me." "Mommy," Toby said firmly, "this is my way of saying thank you for everything, for every tears you cry, for every sacrifice you made. You gave me the chance to dream, and now I want to give you the life you deserve." Ireti finally accepted, her heart swelling with gratitude. She moved into the house shortly after, a place filled with warmth and memories of love. But Ireti wasn't one to sit idle. She used her new home to host free literacy classes for women and children in the community, continuing her mission to uplift others. Toby's career soared and he became one of Lagos' most celebrated engineers. He never forgot his mother's teaching or the sacrifice that paved the way for his success. On her 60th birthday, Toby organized a grand celebration in her honor. The event was filled with family, friends and neighbors whose life Ireti has touched. During his speech, Toby stood tall, his voice steady as he addressed the crowd. "My mother is the strongest person I know. She gave everything for me, even when she had nothing. Tonight we celebrate her love, her strength, and her selflessness." The room erupted in applause and Ireti sat, overwhelmed with joy and gratitude. As the years passed, Ireti watched her grandchildren grow, her heart full of pride. She often sat by the window of her new home, reflecting on her journey. She thought of the choices she had made, the pain she had endured, and the joy that had followed. One day, Toby came to visit her with his wife and children. They sat together, sharing stories and laughter. "Mommy," Toby said suddenly, "do you ever regret anything?" Ireti smiled, her eyes twinkling. "Regret? No, my son. Every struggle, every tears was worth it. Love doesn't count the cost." Toby took her hand and kissed it. "I hope I could be half the parent you were to me." Ireti chuckled. "You already are, Toby. You already are." Time moved on, but Ireti's legacy remained. Her love had not only shaped Toby's life, but had also touched countless others in their community. When she eventually passed away, her funeral was celebration of life well lived. People from all walks of life came to pay their respect, each one with a story of how Ireti had imparted them. Toby stood by her graveside, tears streaming down his face, but his heart full of gratitude. "Thank you, Mommy," he whispered, "for teaching me the true meaning of love." He had walked away. He felt a renewed determination to honor her memories. He expanded his community projects, building schools and clinics in undeserved areas, just as his mother would have wanted. Years later, when people spoke of Toby's achievement, he would always credit his mother. "Everything I have is because of her," he would say. Ireti's name became a symbol of strength and sacrifice. Her story stood told and retold in Ajegule and beyond. Her life was a testament to the fact that a mother's love is priceless, a force that could move mountains and shape destinies. And though she was gone, Her spirit lives on in Toby's work, in the smiles of the people he helped, and in the dreams of future generations inspired by her story. The streets of Lagos, once filled with struggle, now echoes with hope. In every road Toby built, in every life he touched, Ireti's love remained unseen but everlasting. For the price of a mother's love, though costly, always yields a reward that is beyond measure. And in Lagos, under the bright African sun, the legacy of Ireti and Toby shone as a beacon of what love could achieve. Thanks, my wonderful viewer. Bye.